Two folks in the game.
Come on, you should be able to see my ages screen. Just if you get a chance, let me know.
Copy. Let me go double check for you. Close out of it, so.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting cool. All right, cool. All right, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the right stream going here. Cool. All right, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the right stream going here.
Let me see if I can actually just go to the link. That'll be faster. I hope.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the right stream going here.
It's just the delay is massive. Folks in the game.
Yeah, 30 seconds, I think. All right, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the right stream going here. All right, I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the right stream going here.
I can't load past when you asked me if the stream was going right in my response. It's just
Okay.
loading.
Let me send you a renewed refresh URL, then stand by. Looks like it's the same URL. Maybe you had to just close it out and.
See, so this is what's going on as far as I can tell. Hold on. Reset, pick the colors, and then this shit's on me. We're talking about the reset the colors.
Pindy, what about you?
Can you let me know what you're seeing?
Getting the right stream going. They end at the exact same point.
Oh, you're not seeing a live stream, is that right?
Correct. It's over. Dunzo.
Okay, let me start another one.
Even YouTube said streamed, like you finished it.
Okay, stand by. Gonna send you another link.
Even YouTube said streamed, like you finished it.
Okay,
Getting a
stand
black
by.
screen.
Gonna send you another link. It should probably be pulling up. I hope. I think a 30-second delay minimum.
This delay is freaking massive.
Who's missing?
Show. Getting a black screen.
Okay, it should probably be pulling up. I hope.
Show you there, buddy?
I think a 30-second delay minimum.
Yeah, I just figured 30-second delay.
Who's missing?
And I'm still on a black show.
Something's wrong. Okay, I'm gonna restart the client.
Joe, you there, buddy? He has an issue. He's trying to fix it.
Okay.
Joe, you there, buddy? Dead. Yeah, I just heard your 30-second delay. It was black screen? Oh no, it's the same link. Okay. Joe, you there, buddy?
Oh.
Yeah, I just heard your 30-second delay and I'm still on a black screen.
Hmm. Okay, how about now?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I was dealing with some parental control issues on the network at my nephew's. Steam wasn't working. I guess freaking someone on this for ages, so it's downloaded,
how
but
about
I
now?
guess we can still do the civ fix,
I'm
right?
seeing your web browser. That's all.
Okay. It takes a bit. I wonder if if the stream's forcing you to
Welcome back.
watch through all my activity.
Dealing with some
No, I'm
parental
saying like
control issues on the network.
after you said, how about now?
Uh-huh.
Looking at your web browser.
Steam wasn't working.
The hell?
I guess freaking someone on
Okay.
this for ages, so it's
Is that
downloaded,
still the
but I guess
case?
we can still do the civ fix.
I'm
Shoot.
seeing your
I mean, what's in the web browser?
vessel? The guild
Okay.
for
It
in-game
takes a bit.
creators.
I wonder if if the stream's forcing you to watch through all my activity.
No, I'm saying like after you said, how about now?
Uh-huh.
Looking at your web browser.
Let me kill the browser. If I kill the browser, what happens? Okay. Is that still the case? Shoot. I mean, what's in the web browser?
The guild for in-game creators. Welcome to the all-in-one platform for creating, sharing, and monetizing in-game apps and mods.
Let me kill the browser. If I kill the browser, what happens?
White screen.
Okay, I'm gonna launch the game again. You should be seeing me launch the game from Steam. Obviously, that's 30 seconds behind.
White screen.
Okay, I'm gonna launch the game again. You should be seeing me launch the game from Steam. Obviously, that's 30 seconds behind.
For some reason, when you went to go launch the game, I now see WhatsApp.
Still?
For some reason, when you went to go launch the game, I now see WhatsApp.
Still? So you definitely... So you're still on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, I see your WhatsApp and the browser behind that, and it looks like your taskbar to the left, so I'm assuming it's your other monitor.
Yeah. And so for some reason I've had this problem, right? It's not... I don't know how to make it go back. That's the issue. So you definitely...
WhatsApp.
So you're still on WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, I see your WhatsApp and the browser behind that, and it looks like your taskbar to the left, so I'm assuming it's your other monitor.
Yeah. And so for some reason I've had this problem, right? It's not...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make it go back. That's the issue.
Just want to let you
Show you coming, buddy? Oh, there he is.
I just got in finally.
Still working on the stream fast? Vassal?
Oh, he's not in channel. I think he's the one that dropped.
Hey, while he's doing that, you guys can go to your channel and pick your teams and I'm sorry, and pick your civs and all that.
Sure. Just send them over if we need to do any more streaming shit. Just let me know.
Say that again?
If he needs to work out any of the streaming stuff, just
Yeah, yeah, I'll let you know.
alright, sure, let's go. Alright, boys, what you feel like playing tonight?
I would do Tatars.
What you gonna do with the Tatars, my friend?
Usually cavalry in the longer range. Trebs, though, I think experience has told me that's not the big panacea that's made out to be.
Yeah, 'cause you got in trouble with me and kind of lost. Yeah, that's definitely like if you have to use it right.
Yeah,
It is a large advantage, but again, it has to be used right. It's like the British longbows, man. Like great unit, extra range, but you put them in a anti-archer scenario, that they're still an archer. You know what I mean?
yeah. Didn't see much effect from Keshiks. I think it's just they just give you more gold if you attack.
So they give you gold while attacking units, not buildings.
Yeah,
Um, Besides that, I personally consider them medium cavalry. What I mean by medium cavalry is like the knight line is stronger, but it's still stronger than the scout line. So it's in
yeah,
between, so therefore medium cavalry line. That's what I think about as them. They're not a heavy cavalry line, or they're medium cavalry line. So generally speaking, you'd rather have knights in play than keshiks.
yeah.
Um, but Tatar's strength more lies in um, cav archers.
I see that.
Alright, if he's gonna go to Tars, hmm, hmm, hmm. So I'm trying to look for a good civ with paladins, um, and siege.
I mean, your classic pick right there would be Celts. And if you wanna maintain that route, Slavs could kind of do boyars instead of pallies. Let's see what else. I think Toots.
Well, if I go, so the other thing too is then if I go Celts, I'm just trying to think of can I push my side. I think probably they're well rounded, aren't they? So, I mean, maybe not Archer so much, but
They got everything else. They already
yeah,
free siege civ with access to paladin.
paladins, yeah. And then yeah, the Slav. I was thinking Slavs too, but I'm thinking that their benefit. Boyars, how long did those take to come out? Because that's the one negative, right? Is I would have to have a couple castles, and let's say I just help Sharky with Boyars. That wouldn't be too bad. But then I'm kind of. They don't have. Yeah, they don't have paladins, but their Boyars could fit. What about their archers? Not terrible. They have siege. They don't have bomber cannons. That's fine. I honestly don't think that's too bad because I feel like the meat would be definitely the halberdier, or so I would help him with boyars, and then I would have possible boyars on my side with siege onagers, siege rams, trebs, and
so one thing I
halberdiers.
have to say about the boyars, if I'm not mistaken, yeah,
They take a while.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna take a minute, but they have less health than a paladin, right? So they're more easily affected by archer fire.
Okay.
On the flip side, they have more melee armor, so they're like freaking Teutonic Knights mounted.
Right. Okay.
So they will go out there and slay some shit, but they're more affected by the halbs and the archers because they're lower HP.
Mm-hmm. What? Sorry. I'm watching the. Jeez, this 2 pitches in a row. They're outside. He calls strikes. Doesn't make any sense. I had to watch for the second one, and he did the same exact thing, and he called it strike. All right, what are they gonna go? I mean, it's Fastest probably gonna do Spanish.
Buggles. It's a show with Mongols, so they're gonna have Mugadai, which means, you know, technically have a beat you in a cav.
So to me, I'm shifted more to the Celts. But I mean, I can't. We don't know what. I mean, Fastest probably gonna go Spanish, right? I mean, kind of inevitable.
I wouldn't say 100%. What was it?
I don't know. I'm leaning more to his Celts now.
So with Celts, you don't get the final cav armor upgrade, so your paladins will also be slightly more affected by the archers. Just saying.
Oh, true.
Actually, I think Sharky, your cav archers might be able to go toe to toe with the Mugadai because you have the extra armor.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, the Mugadai will be shooting faster than you because they have cav archers fire faster, right? but you're gonna have extra armor on him, so you should, I believe, be able to go toe to toe with him. 68. 67. Yeah, I think you should be able to go toe to toe because he's missing the armor and you have extra armor. But you'll still have the advantage of the Mugget I having the bonus damage for siege.
All right, should I go or
So you wanna? What are you gonna go?
um? Celts, I guess Celts.
I mean, you can do Celts if that's what you think is best. I've already given you my reasoning on
Mm-hmm.
the strengths of that, and I mean, Celts overall is a little bit less mobile than the Tatars, so Tatars will be. I have to coordinate with Sharky.
It's locked. I can't pick past.
Why is he can't?
That's funny. You can't even pick orange. How are you gonna pick orange? What's going on?
The purple and orange are locked right now. So we need Vassal to join. We're gonna reset the lobby so that we can pick colors and then go back to the map.
Gotcha.
So essentially, if you're playing Celts, you're planning on doing cavalry and siege, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing I'm gonna have to warn you about right there is you're gonna be playing all eco for everything. You're gonna be playing food and gold for your cavalry. You're gonna be playing wood and gold for your siege. So you're gonna be playing everything, man. If you think you're up for it, then go ahead.
All right. Well, let me think of an alternative though, because it seems like I kind of have to.
No, you can have me fill
And-
in whatever gap you need, minus siege. I mean, to an extent, you can have Sharky build the traps for you, and you can focus solely on the siege or whatever. You know what I mean? Let me see what else Tars has. Yeah, he has the rams and the. He has rams, scorps, and traps. So
Yeah, I do have full rams.
so. I mean, there's ways to play around it. And that plays a little bit more into his strengths because he's already going to be wood and gold for cav archers, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you're picking celts for cavalry and siege, just remember both are very resource intensive. So you're gonna need to have like a very balanced eco to do both. There'll be less leeway given in your eco if you're doing both. That's all I'm saying. Does that make sense? Because it's not gonna be if you lose like a halberdier and lose 25 wood per dude, you're gonna be losing like an onager, which is 160 per. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then paladins are 60 food. And, oh, but they burn through food. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you can have me play cavalry if that's what you need.
Well, yeah, I was thinking. So that's another option, right? Is to have you just go cavalry and then me. I mean, me on the stronger siege, but then I could still stick in the wood and gold if I were to go like another archer civ. But if that's, I mean, then no one's infantry, then, right? So someone's gonna have to go food, wood, and gold, like all three.
Yes.
So
I mean, you're not gonna be ditching all of them. I mean, even Shark is gonna be making some farms and food, right? I
yeah,
was just saying, you can't specialize your eco.
hmm
So like, for example, Sharky, if he goes Cav Archers and Siege, just an example, you guys don't have to do this. He can do like 15,
10
20
farms.
yeah, 15, 20
Yeah.
farms, man. Just enough to, get his vills going early game. And just sit on
And then
that
that's it.
food and have like 40 lumberjacks, 40,
Yep.
45 lumberjacks even, just going
Uh-huh.
at it, give him in his wood. Man, it's gonna be set. Whereas if you go Paladins and Siege, you're gonna be like 30 farms and like 30 lumberjacks, and then you got 40 trade
Trade cards.
cards,
Yeah.
and that's you're not so specialized no more. So if you start messing up with one of the units, you have less leeway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's all I'm saying. You can pick celts. Just be aware of that issue will be prevalent because you're doing the balanced approach.
hmm
Not a bad thing. It's just the way you play.
Just can't let my guys die. Yeah.
Or if they die, then you need to get your value out of your guys. That's all. So I'm taking up infantry then.
Yeah.
Go ask what's going on, Fassel.
Ended up getting.
Fassel back yet?
No.
Okay,
He just. I think he's just launching now.
gotcha.
Man, we're gonna first game after midnight. Jeez.
Probably gonna be a one-game night.
Damn.
Hey man,
I'm
at least we got
tentative
some.
next weekend.
At least we got some killing floor in. What was that about?
Yeah, we did. That was fun. Yeah, I'm tentative. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Looks Fassel is finally in the Discord channel. Fast will pick Spanish.
Yes.
Oof.
Hmm?
Vassal had to use keyboard navigation.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but sucks when you're not used to it.
guys. So from Fossil, you'll probably see Paladins, which I'm not surprised about. Probably a little bit of Conks. Wouldn't be surprised if you see some infantry. Show will have Mugadai and Siege. Maybe Camels? We'll see. Probably not. And then Chrome will probably come with Eagles and Kayamuk for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Would he throw a curveball and do slingers?
He will do slingers for me.
Because you're too. Yeah. Because they're anti. Yeah. They're good against infantry, right?
Yes. Shows across from Logan. Vassals across from Sharky. Oh, he switched to Bulgarians.
Oh.
Not
Sicilians. What?
I think you just look at the tech tree.
Shortest form. Wait, so
Can't type, he can't, man.
is that like a slang for something, or?
I don't know. But you can't type, he can't.
He had no time for the cant of the priests about sin. A cant is the jargon or language of a group, often employed to exclude or mislead people outside of the group. But wait, Sharky got it. What the heck? No.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, I put 2 spaces. 1 space, it still shows up, but put 2 spaces and it'll work.
No, you forgot the apostrophe.
No, but even with the apostrophe. Oh, what the heck? Oh, what? Wait.
I think they read Matthew McConaughey's book Green Lights. He has a part of it where he says like "can't" is a 4-letter word. Instead, you say like "I need help" or something like that.
What? But even yeah, I mean something like that. Can't men and can't women. Weird. But it's weird because how did the apostrophe one work for a second and then it didn't?
Oh.
Like there, it worked. Weird. Alright, well, what's going on? He's switching. Now he's back to Incas? Dude.
I think I can check ready now.
Yep. Wait, why did it disable mine? I'm ready. That's weird.
Fuck, he's Incas.
Sharky and I have the same icon? Shoaib has Sharky's icon? Oh, my game crashed.
Mine did
Yeah,
too.
mine's freezing. I have the wheel. I crashed.
We all crashed.
Fuck. What is going on today? Was there a? I guess there was an update, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all the mods. I had to do the mods the other day, last night. Alright, I'm just waiting for the game to come back up. Oh, thank you.
Sure.
And then we gotta change map. Shoaib has like a different icon now? What is going on?
Don't ask me, man. I don't know. Game crashed.
Hey boys,
It's
it's a showstopper bug.
yeah.
Let me see what's going on there. I
We-
think
We
Can't-
could try to do killing fields again.
for some reason.
Unless Khurram, you and Salman try to test drive something.
Yeah. Mm, Come on, get it.
Yeah, I'm putting the game up right now.
Okay.
Join the Steam.
Mhm.
Shrave, do you have Killing Fields or 2, or what is it called? Killing Floor 2?
No. How much is it?
Let's just say Sharky could afford it.
I've got a job now, guys, so I can afford a great many things.
Wait, when did he didn't have? Alright.
No, that's an ongoing dig because he won't get a new laptop. Sharky ran out of excuses. We're expecting you to get like an Uber machine now.
Oh yeah.
That's not what I meant to do.
Wait, what? McGregor just broke his ankle?
GG.
Oh, anybody watching England versus Italy tomorrow?
I'm gonna try to.
They probably have it on in the background or so.
Wait, so they're not doing a third place game?
I thought they were. What was it?
Usually they do for these, but maybe not. They might have scrapped it because it's just so like kind of lame now.
Yeah, I think they want fewer games because of they don't want any more spreading events.
Yeah, because I know in the 2014 World Cup, Brazil was like F this, because after they lost to Germany, they didn't even play in that third place. Netherlands just tore them a new one too. I think was it 4-0? No, it might have been just 2-0. But that was the last third place game I saw. 3-0, yeah.
Well, they're gonna have something to cry about because they lost to Argentina.
Yep. Yeah, so that game was today. I mean, I think Brazil can lose a couple. They've won so many Copa Americas.
Yeah. Alright, that worked.
Actually, Argentina has 15. Holy shit.
They're pretty same, close actually. It's just Brazil never hardly ever lost it when they were hosting it. That was the difference.
Right.
So
But yeah,
I guess
Brazil
this
has
is what-
9 and Argentina has 15. Uruguay actually has 15 too. GG's.
Some months will be good, right?
Looks like it's working.
Alright.
AI's building
Am I on the?
crap.
Am I on the other end of my team?
It's all good.
It was just a test match. It was just
Yeah.
all AI
Alright.
in there.
Yep.
Let's. Alright.
Oh, the final is at Wembley? Oh my gosh. Just give him the trophy now. That's so lame.
Alright.
Can someone invite me?
Let me see if I can still only see Logan online. In game from game.
Joining you via Steam.
Everybody else is kinda like offline.
Yeah, I clicked the join via Steam, but it's not loading up. See in the lobby.
Okay, I'm joining through Logan.
Yo, they bugged something.
Hmm?
They bugged something in this lobby.
I use Steam to join.
No, I did too, but I can't pick 8 for some unknown reason.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Hold on. Choose. Do it again.
There we go.
Okay. Kicked you.
Yep, I know.
Hold on. Let's try that again.
You were dropped from the game.
Hmm?
It says you were dropped from the game.
Who?
Me.
Yeah, I saw it coming for a second, then he left.
Yeah, it's like auto dropping me right now.
Reset. Try to see if you can join now.
Alright, I'll leave. Join the battle.
Maybe doesn't one of us have to be yellow or something from to be orange automatically?
No, I need to be in this slot.
Okay.
Okay. Guess I'll just go to the older version.
It's fine.
Are you sure you want to kick this player? I don't know why it says that. Oh. No. Who got kicked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone's here.
Logan's here
No,
too.
Logan's here.
Weird.
Okay. So close.
No, you're gonna have to open that because Sharky can't get to purple. Oh, nope, you did. Okay,
Purple.
never
Yeah,
mind, we're
just
good, we're good. That's weird. Whatever, we'll take it.
I don't think I clicked. I think it just clicked on me. For me.
Um,
Now, does it matter that there's a closed purple and Sharky's purple?
I'm hoping not.
it's closed. So shit.
I mean, you can put it to open, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. Game's being buggy right now. Being stupid.
Yeah. I just want to close it. So, and I guess just hit ready and let's see if this works.
You have to pick your safe, Coral.
Logan. Logan.
Why does it keep? I'm saying ready.
Okay, that's good.
It's like you have to hit ready twice now or something.
I don't know.
Oh, should we switch channels?
No.
Let's see if we can get in the game.
we can pause it if the game works.
True.
Nope, crash.
Yeah, something to do with I don't know.
Yeah, because I saw that closed slot go to orange and then
Did you?
yeah.
Did anyone else see that?
I don't
I'm
see
telling
that.
you, man, I watched it go to from that one spot, pushed me up to me and the AI up one slot, and then the AI or that open slot became the closed slot became the player 8 slot. It was just weird.
No, but that's important though. You have to tell me like exactly what you saw though, because that'll tell me.
Well,
Because in that
that's
case,
what
I
I'm
can
saying.
lock out the last one.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just try keeping it open.
Okay, I have
Yeah, just
a.
close it so I can get there, and then open it back up when I get
Okay.
that slot.
Okay, right now everything's open, so everybody should be able to get in. The one thing I want to try is if this thing still happens, I'm gonna change the I'm gonna change your color to yellow, Salman,
It's fine.
and then we'll just close everything below the AI. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think there's
yeah.
some shit going on with the
I,
AI
I think
slot,
so too.
and then the one right below it.
I think so too.
So technically everything could be. I mean, shit, we could just do it now.
We can do a quick test run with it open since everybody's already in game.
Okay. Okay, we could do that. We could do that. Should be able to go run through any of the colors right now, though, right? Yeah, you can. Okay.
Try to join. There we go. Oh, I'm in the 5th spot.
Is that where you're supposed to be 6? Is what you mean? It doesn't.
Unable
I've
to join
been-
game.
I've been picking 5 out of the 5th place. I mean, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter, but I'm wondering if maybe somehow like we should just get in order of what color we are or something.
I don't think so. I just think that the AI is on 7, and any slot after that is causing a problem. Which
We gotta play without the AI, man.
what's that? We can, but
Worst case.
I mean we can, but I mean that's possible actually.
Let's try that open slot thing real quick.
So what do you want me to do now? Aren't they open right now? Hold on. Let me
So,
just choose the scenario.
Choose the map. I'll leave. Close my slot.
So when I do this, it says kick player immediately. Like when I change so that's interesting, right? So the moment I hit scenario, it tells me to kick somebody.
Because your AI slots for everyone, remember?
Yeah.
That's why. So then close my slot. And then I'll join up, take the 8 slot.
Open it up.
Leave. Close the slot that I was at.
Yeah.
And join. Okay, cool. 8. Pick my civ.
It's Fossil, you were right, I think, right before number 2.
Okay, now open that one slot, and then just we'll see if it works.
Yes, Lon.
Yeah, that slot's open. Basically, it'll be super easy, because everything over before the AI would be. I guess it doesn't really have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Logan has to click ready again.
Again? Alright, I'm ready.
Watch it close the slot.
Which slot? Okay, so something. So
Yeah,
something happened, right?
So that open slot dropped down below me, took orange and closed it.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the issue. You need to be above the AI, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So the top 6. So that'll just take 1 second for me. Because technically because right now I do have yellow positioned. So just give me 1 second here. That'll be easy. Hopefully that's the case. Otherwise last resort would be just like Shoaib was mentioning, we'll just freaking take the AI out. That should definitely address the issue. Give me 1 second. So, by the way, guys, do you guys remember if Ages got updated?
Yeah, it
Does
just got
anyone?
updated
Anyone?
for that stupid event, Lords of the West event, on July 7th.
I think they added a new mode too, some co-op campaign, right?
Yeah, co-op campaign was also added.
And then they put a little flag that says beta, just in case.
Oh God.
So I'm pretty sure the lobby's kind of fucked up from the co-op campaign lobby.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So that would explain it. So Salman, you're yellow.
Okay.
All right. So hold on. Let me just do that because technically I still had yellow placed there, but I mean, no one was gonna like
Mhm.
Um. So hold on a second. Let me just make sure that the Toria thing is also addressed. Let me just delete it quick and add the Vittoria. Okay, I'll add the clear 4. And then we'll delete the yellow Vittoria. I mean the orange Vittoria. Okay. Oh, I guess it didn't. Base villagers. Okay, yellow. Alright. Save as. Okay. Done. Quit. Save. Post. 20. Alright. Everybody can join it. This should help kind of like nail it down to the if we even need the AI or not. You know what I mean? Because well, technically, whenever if we ever, I guess whenever we had that, remember it autofills AI though. Remember?
Yeah.
It autofills all AI slots.
Mhm.
That's been the issue, I guess, in the past. I'll wait for everybody else to join. 2 more people, and then we should be able to test that real quick. Or it should just outright work. So, Salman, I think you're the one that was having the problem, really, because everybody else is got on that other screen. It's like you're able to see. So technically, you need to be able to jump and not be in that screen where you can see what the hell happened.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it
what
should
we're
be on
banking
the
on.
stream as well, actually.
Yeah. Okay, it says, are you showing you kick this player? Okay, so it's adding 3 AIs now.
I wasn't in, I just got in now. I say unable to join game.
Come on, Shoaib. Reset. Get in. Didn't even matter. Because it by default is saying if you want to kick a player. Okay. Reset. Custom. Yellow. It says are you sure you want to kick this player? Who is this player? Let me see who this player gets. Who's the player that gets kicked? Okay, Shoaib gets kicked on slot 6. Open. I mean, it's just a simple test. It's not a big deal. We could just do that, and if this doesn't happen, then I'll kill the AI, the gray AI as well. I mean, technically, that should be like as vanilla as it gets. Unless it force wants to still, because it's not doing anything to any of the other players. I guess Logan. I guess you guys can't change you guys can't change colors. Oh, okay, you guys can. So
Logan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's
One
kicking
person's
me
not
out.
in.
I'm in now, finally.
Logan, go up.
Yeah.
You're on the wrong team.
Incos.
We're team 3 now. Okay.
Yeah, we are for some reason. Sharky, pick a save.
Okay.
Alright, I'm ready.
Yep. Let's.
No, I'm
be
not ready.
I guess
I'm ready
it has
again.
to do this thing with the
You
map.
have to, when it registers, you have the map or download the map. then
Wait,
unready
Sharky,
for
fix
you.
your team. Sharky, fix your team.
Okay,
Team
team.
3, Sharky.
Team 3.
Yeah, they must have changed that because it used to I would wait for it to download but then now it's like there's a download and then you hit ready and then it does like another download. Like it actually shows the download.
Right. Okay, same issue. Oh well,
No,
wait.
no,
Oh.
Oh!
It
But you're
was that.
yellow. Where's yellow gonna be?
He's gonna
We
be where your
swapped.
orange was.
Yeah, we swapped yellow with orange.
I changed it on the map. I told it's something.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Yep. I told you.
Yeah.
I'm saying that AI, those slots change on that spot, so that's what it was. I'm gonna pause the game.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Alright, switch
Cool.
channels, guys.
All right.
Oh, and while I'm here, everybody make sure the ping thing, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Allies. Cool.
Alright, I'm ready.
Sharky,
Hold on, I'm adjusting the ping.
Gabby.
It's done.
Let me.
Ready?
Wood, please. Food, please. No. Yes.
Heiße,
Ja.
dass ich soll.
Ja,
Des
Rete,
ich
des
so war.
Rete.
Bereite.
Ouvert,
Hey, ja.
Holzer,
Ouvert.
ouvert, ouvert. Ja,
Ouvert.
ouvert.
Bereite.
Hey.
ja.
Ouvert,
Started your housing project, someone?
ouvert.
I did.
Hey, ja.
Nice.
It's in progress.
Ouvert.
The first construction site's up. The second one
Cool.
in progress.
Wow, the second one's already up. Nice. Let's see, you already got 2 farms. Now, what's weird is your 1 farm is like partially in this fog of war. It's like a fat L shaped.
Bereite.
Ouvert, ouvert.
Queuing up some scouts. TC is up.
Sharky, make sure you're not collecting wood from our line. Just saying. And you're probably gonna want to try to get a barracks up. So, you're already on it. Good man.
Alright. Queuing scout.
Heiße. Ouvert. 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 Ouvert.
Scout away.
Ouvert. 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 Ouvert.
Alright, sending my scouts.
Ouvert. Ouvert.
Russell's got 2 scouts in.
Yep. I see them.
And your villagers are idle. Sure. And make sure to, you know, full queue that TC and you should be alright for a bit. So, Logan, what show got?
A barracks, couple scouts out. I don't think he's scouting me yet, so they're probably just defending. He's got a stables in front, barracks on the side. Bunch of houses in the middle. I have enough for another town center.
Yeah, that's TC time. Good call out. So what I was really looking for there was, you know, he's using kind of a standard build, and he's got 2 pikes and 2 scouts already out.
Yep, no archer range yet.
Building second TC. Also, Logan.
Two. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In Logan's villagers. I have a pikeman nearby.
Yeah, but that TC is gonna be delayed.
Now he's running toward. Yeah, he's running towards Logan's other side.
Sharky, you need to try to get a second TC up.
Gonna put it in the back. Farms.
You're not gonna have to go too heavy on the farms though. That's good.
Yep.
Logan, you're about to lose Louisville. You lost them.
Yeah, did you see them? My pikemen died of the fucking bombard tower. God damn it.
Yeah, Sharky, you need to get some farms going, my friend. Your second TC is up, so.
I got my outpost up.
Down in the corner. See how he's doing with the corner.
You're getting ready.
No activity on the bottom corner.
Yeah, because they're raiding.
Sharky, can you pull these guys off this wood?
Ja. Ouvert.
Ja, ouvert.
Hey, ja. Ouvert. Ouvert. Ouvert.
I think I can see her.
Ouvert.
Oh, you
Pink.
can see my ping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see my pings because, let me fix it. There you go. You can't see them.
Alright. Okay, cool.
Heisse.
It was, I only did that so you could see my messages,
Esba.
earlier for the timer of the
Great.
count.
Ouvert. 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 Bereid. Ouvert.
Bereid. Ouvert.
Building no.
Yeah, I need one too.
Heisse.
Ja. Ouvert. Hey, ja. Ouvert.
Bereid. Ouvert. Ja, ouvert.
Trying to make more scouts.
Man and onager for breaking through. And sending a villager to Logan's side for third TC.
Okay, I think you got enough farms. Try to get a lot more lumberjacks going.
Yep. Got it.
If you're gonna be doing cavalry, you know what I mean? If you're gonna
Yep.
stick with cavalry, then you're gonna need more farms. I think you'd be better off doing the cavalry route with your suit.
You're gonna start breaking through my corner.
Alright, sending a scouting run. Lots of pikemen. Lots of skirmishers.
Sharky, you're gonna need some more military. Probably get away with like skirm scouts and a couple halves. Based on what the lead you have.
Your TC's done, by the way.
Okay.
Sharky.
Ja, bereid. Ja.
Ja. Ouvert. Bereid.
I'm gonna put an outpost in the middle.
Heisse. Ouvert. Ouvert.
Ja.
Vision on towers. Nothing, no activity right now.
Heisse. Ouvert. Bereid. Boebere. Heise. Boebere. 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 Ja. Boebere. Heise. Ja. Boebere. Boebere. Boebere.
Hey, ja. Bereid.
Alright, move my guys over. To my side. I'm gonna cut through.
Ouvert. 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 Ja. Ouvert. Ouvert. Heisse. Ouvert. Ouvert.
They really want those skirmishers. Alright, side's good.
Ja. Boebere.
Ja. Heisse. Ouvert.
Bereite. Boebere.
Alright, scouting run. So I think they're chopping through on their side. There's not much military presence in the front. I'm gonna lay down the hammer. Why did that guy go back? It's weird. Alright, markets are up on my side.
Start breaking through the and hitting the towers and bosses.
They cut through.
Hey, ja. Ouvert.
I'm gonna try to build the town center on your side.
Ja. Ja. Das war. Boebere. Boebere.
Right, the corner is clear. Gonna build mining and town center
Bereid. Heisse.
and markets.
You got some stables on your side. And then I'm gonna wall off.
Stables as well on your side.
Trying to get some stone to make a treb.
Bereite. Hoevere.
Sharky's markets are up.
Markets are up, and then let's see.
Cool.
Ja. Hoevere.
Hey, ja. Ouvert. Ja. Bereid. Ouvert. 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 Hey, ja. Ouvert. Heisse. Ouvert.
Alright, making my castle.
Oh, you're blocking those villagers. They're mining gold. Let's see, but yeah, I think we're good.
Ja. Bereid.
Yep. They're well protected though.
Ouvert.
Oh no, it's a TC. They'll be able to walk on it when it's completed.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
Bereite.
Heisse. Alba.
Heia.
I can't walk that arch, so I have to rebuild.
Alright, scouting run.
No, no, it's Sharky. Like they can walk underneath the town center. It's fine.
We're only under with the place with the arches, the squares with those the canopy.
Hey, ja. Heisse. Das ich soll.
Alright, you see there's a lot of skirmishes fighting standard stuff right now, no special builds, no castles yet, he's probably getting his stone. Just all armies following me. It's funny, I'm just gonna check out mid right now. I don't think there's a presence mid. Vassal's kind of there with some pikes, or some halberdiers.
Yeah, Vessel has a lot of house.
Alright, coming back mid.
I can reinforce with skirmishers for the moment. Okay, yeah, it's
Let's
helping
hit
with
they
that.
walled off though.
See how many elves he has? Like,
Let's see if he can hit his own guys. Yeah, he doesn't want to hit him.
oh nope, you got it.
Oh, cool. Alright, I need to kill off some population anyways, that was good.
Bereid.
Alright, making some trebs.
Ja. Hey, ja.
Need some more barracks.
Ouvert. Holzer.
Ja. Hoevere. Heisse. Hoevere. Heia. Hoevere. Hoevere.
Heisse. Ja.
All right, we can play that game
Ja.
too.
Holzer. Ouvert. Holzer.
Alright, we got, yeah, raid through the middle.
Through mid, you said. Okay.
Right on your lumberjacks. I got some guys on it. Oh, yep, bigger one. Cool, cool, cool.
Das ich soll. Ja, das ich soll. Rete. Das war.
We have a gap between the bummer. My traps! No!
Hey, ja.
Oh, they survived. Yay.
Ouvert. Ouvert.
I'm closing that gap up.
There's mixed colors there. Large amount of pikes.
All right. Let's see, I do have skirmishers on that scene. Then I'm working out my gold so I can get contribute cav archers.
Heiße?
Bereite.
Ja. Bereite. Holzer. Ja. Ja. Räte. Ja. Kuvere. Holzer. Hey, ja.
Huh.
Bereite. Holzer. Heiße? Hey, ja. Kuvere. Heiße? Holzer.
We're gonna start driving the gates and walling off the mid resources.
Yeah, I'm taking out the left, this bombard, and then I'm gonna take out this one in the middle. Oh, I'm losing villagers.
Bereite. Kuvere.
Ja. Kuvere.
Ja. Hey, ja.
Bereite.
Bereite.
Alright, scouting left side again.
Klickmann.
He's got 2 siege rams. He might be getting ready to punch through. Oh, he deleted a lot of farms. Interesting.
Pikemen,
Make
skirmishers,
more room for military, maybe. Oh, did you repair my treb? Thank you, someone.
Streeted. Bereite. Heiße. Ja. Heiße. Dies war ja, dass ich soll.
Heiße?
Heiße. Dass ich soll. Es war. Buvere. 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 Dass ich soll. Buvere.
building walls and gates for mid resources.
Bereite. Dies war.
Already on it, man.
Wait, you want? Okay.
Buvere.
Let me scout that.
Yeah, well, I just, about a minute or so ago, they didn't punch through, but I'm putting an outpost. They're taking out the middle towers.
Heiße.
Logan doesn't have towers, does he? Or bombard towers?
I
I
don't.
do.
Ja.
Okay, I think probably have to. Do you want to build them on Logan's side, or should I?
Yeah, no, I can build. Anyone gonna scout that? They're making a wall now.
Boevere. Boevere. Boevere.
Cav archers to intercept. Can pull them back if get some activity here.
Dat is zo. Dit waar. Dat is zo. Ja.
I did see a treb back there.
Ja. Dit waar. Dat is zo.
Here, I'm ready. Let's Sharky, focus on that. Just hold the line with your archers.
Skirmishes.
I'm moving up. I'm moving up.
Not with my own skirmishes.
I'm at pike. Moving the fucking A, the rams up on the tower. Moving up the paladins on the skirmishers. I got one treb.
Oh, I didn't have castle here, Derp.
Oh, he just lost those. Oh my gosh. Just move up, move up.
Cav archers on the way. Pulling back, Cav archers coming out.
Get your keep the cav archers on those pikemen. You're good. You're good. Here, I got my paladins on the skirmishers on the Mangadai. Oh gosh,
That actually worked.
this is disgusting.
Evil warriors.
Okay, I got paladins on them. Get this.
It's onagers. The Teutonics got the onagers. Ooh, villagers. That is not good. Shoaib.
Did we just kill all the eagles? Nice.
Building trebs for that side.
Town center's down. Start thinking about forward building, Sharky.
Yes, can do.
I got some military in the back. I gotta move up.
Yeah,
Trying to shoot the Mangadai, or trying to get the Mangadai.
more.
Paladins on this onagers too.
This is all you got from me. This is I gave you too much of an advantage there. So
Oh hell yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Trebs are moving up with my reinforcements.
Oh, pancake the. We need some trebs, Sharky.
I'm moving trebs. Okay, and I'll queue up some.
Trying to get some of these villagers quickly. Alright, there. Some of them are dead. There we go. Moving paladins back.
I have a evil warriors. That's gonna be.
Killing those guys. Let's grab a 15. That's good.
Ja. Ouvert. Ja. Ouvert.
I'm gonna create some rams for that the wall right there.
yeah, I have one going, but that's just
I'm gonna try and
Oh, I got
Wise.
one right there actually.
moving up trebs, and then I'm gonna try and focus on accessing my mid resources.
Yeah.
See what the, okay, I don't see anything on that side.
I got some paladins for you too.
Broken through, and then let's see what they have.
Oh shit. Where? So I lost my onagers there.
Hey, ja.
Cutting my mid.
Fassel's hair on mid resources has captured the call it, the relics on there.
Move up your trebs. Let's protect this. I got paladins coming in. I'm gonna go target that onager for you.
Moving trebs.
And then get your pikes in front of. Oh shit! Don't move the trebs all the way back. Keep moving. Move the halberdiers up. Shit. Are you good? Sharky over here.
Hold on.
Oh, your trebs. Your trebs are getting.
Your trebs are going around because of your helps.
Yes.
Shit.
Got my hat. Here we go. I was moving up. They're moving back. Trying to kite. Walking, like standing there? Okay. Yeah, I have reinforcement pikemen on there, so. Okay, Treb's coming from the mid tower.
Alright, punch her on the left. The bomber's not shooting me, so that means it's probably dead. They've not cut through. Putting an outpost.
Yep, I'll put a town center there as
That's
well.
the AI.
Block. Okay, I do have my rear tribes are heading forward. Gonna try and outrange the. Cause he's yeah, he's kind of on mid duty. So,
Das war. Das ist Rete. Ja.
Onagers.
Send him my house in the bottom.
Bad choice.
Okay now.
Yeah, just keep the cavalry archers back right there. Use the bombard towers. I'm sending paladins in. Creating some onagers too. You're okay.
Got pancaked.
Just spread them out. Spread them out. It's okay. There's some are gonna die. The Teutonic guys just took out a couple. All the onagers are dead. It's fine. Just don't group them up. Spread them out.
Just on field.
Alright, more paladins. Got a pretty good group. There's two castles over here. Sharky, you want to punch those if you want?
Yeah, I can see if I have the range for them.
Simon's getting the relics. Cool, cool.
Yeah, that was a bad move for my Trebs. His onagers are exposed, so.
I'm gonna scout this real quick.
Oh, those are. Oh,
Those are mine. Those are mine. Those are
Oh
mine.
shit!
I took out the tower. Oh, they cut
Okay.
through. They cut through.
Yes, they have. Let's see. I'll divert some cav archers if they. Yep, towards Mango Die. I have some cavaliers too. Here we go. Oh, hi, Treb. Treb's hitting towers, that's what. Oh yeah, Fastle's making a big push on the left resources.
Yeah. Do you have how many source? How many guys do you have on here? I think we could make a good push here, distract or pull them off.
Remember, let's see. Do I have siege here? I don't know.
I'm sending rams in.
Get more Trebs on there.
Schwabe just killed his own guys. Yeah, if you want to move up here, got 3 rams.
Oh, yeah, want me to move up? Let's see. Yep, Fastle's moving back. Might be a feint,
Yep.
but
No, try to move up your trebs, take out his town center.
yes. Let's see. Do I have range for that?
Alright, move up your cavalry archers.
Moving cav archers.
Trying to get these.
Oh, gonna work against Trebs. I do have cav.
Alright, let's hit this hard.
Alright, can I do?
I got a ram just ready to punch through.
Where'd my forces go?
And just keep rebuilding them. It's a lot of trebs. Yeah, push.
Yep.
Down here.
Pushing, and then forward building some barracks. Some trebs on that.
Yeah, go for it. I got more rams coming.
Cavaliers.
Oh, I hit my own guy.
I'm gonna move that treb.
Cavalry archers down here.
I'm packing those trebs and then cav archers down. Going towards cav archers.
What was that? You want us to push, or I mean, you're doing work there. Two Titan Knights are destroying.
I was just I was hitting some onagers.
Advantage, so like we can rebuild. You lost a lot of buildings there.
Yes. True.
I got rams up there. Paladins.
They do have Eagle Warriors on the right, so there we go. That works. Champions. Wait, do champions work good against Eagles, or is that? I'm thinking about Cavaliers.
Champions and Cavaliers. Cavaliers, if you're chasing them, but champions
To defend against them. Because they'll outrun them, right? They're fast.
yeah, but champions do the most single target damage against them.
The Spanish are trying to take back. Guys will try and take.
Alright, you
back
ready?
the,
I'm gonna move forward. That's all I have right now. I'm gonna move a paladin forward.
But Rams are blocking. Yeah, I have cav archers to counter.
Here, cavalry archers, Sharky. Shit. Attacking up here, dude. Get your.
Okay, yeah. Shoaib has a bunch of
I'll
crabs.
send guys up top, yeah. But you move up everything in the middle, though. You got a bunch of guys in the middle.
I'm on it. Moving my army and then moving trebs. Fine.
Trying to get these trebs.
They do against the Kamayuks.
Your cavalry archers, I need those on them. Alright, sending up more rams. Try not to target blue, but it's those barracks.
Yeah, it's going to be a thorn on our side if we don't take care of that.
So form an arc. But form an arc with your paladins. I guess Saman, can you help with the paladins real quick? Get those onagers. The onagers, just your paladins on onagers and pull back.
Yeah,
but so Sharky, what you want to do is form an arc with those cavalry archers. So right on the keep like half of them under that first tower, and then other one, just that whole line. Yeah. Now you don't have to group up that part, but keep them like connected the whole time. I think you're trying to get that. You don't need to get that treb, but it's all right.
I have a long range on that, so
Fort. I'm gonna Fort Bill down here. Wait, is that there? Oh yeah, Paso. He's got a outpost in the nook. Okay, I got my paladins on those onagers.
Those onagers are dead. They didn't see the infantry walk up.
You know, to kind of looks at that, so I was like, what? Moving up trims. Still honors. Here's.
Oh, my my villagers actually made way. That's awesome. Yeah, if we can get some halberdiers and cavalry archers down here. I made it back to siege tower on accident. Whoops.
Where are my cavaliers? There we go. Could try chick just to harass.
We got some. Yep. I'm actually gonna build a wall. Let's hopefully maybe he'll.
Turkey, you have idle bills.
That's a lot. We're gonna at least help out a little bit. I'm sending maybe 15 paladins.
Pop and oh, he's raiding.
Yeah, yeah.
Good enough trade.
Alright, I'm poking these castles right here on the left, way left.
We have archers on the way and more cavaliers on the way.
I think I lost some
We
villagers.
could,
Arms.
I have like a token force of camels along with those cavaliers. Token force of Kashyyyks. Okay.
Yeah, I almost got the wall built. Repair your. Wait, I guess are you still building there? Just repair your markets if you're still building.
Okay, let's see.
Alright, got big force on left pushing in. Alright, let's make a push on the right. So we put a couple walls.
Which is the way the forces.
Try to get that outpost. Moving in on the right. Yeah, just Sharky, set up some trebs back here.
Right. So, I have a couple there. I think I'm queuing up more. And then. Those traps.
There's like nothing on the right.
Towers, that's what I need.
war Heisse, das ich soll. Geräte. Ja, das ich soll.
No.
Moving my trebs up on the right.
Hit forward building. Charging paladins on the paladins. I'm gonna try to, I don't know if that would help.
Making some cavaliers to counter trab activity.
Ja.
Onager.
Das war. Ja.
Some cavaliers for the onagers.
Yeah, let's protect your trebs, man. Hell yeah.
Bereit. Ja. Ouvert.
Eagles.
Ouvert.
Trab sniping from the center. Building more cav archer. Crap, monitors.
Okay, you got some paladins or cavaliers up top.
Yep, cavaliers. I look that.
I'm building some up too, sorry. I was focused on the bottom right now. Just trying to protect that forward castle.
You should have just engaged against them. Knock it out. That's fine.
Heisse, das war Geräte, das ich soll.
Alright, what's the comp for our next push?
Ja, Sasa. Heisse, ja, Streetet.
Yeah, build trebs on that side too.
They're, yeah, I think we just hit them this side now. You got a lot of trebs right here, yeah, move them up. I'm making rams.
Heisse.
Heisse, ja. Das war
Any manga
Go, go,
guy?
moving in.
Heisse, Streetet. Bereit, ja, Sasa.
Let's move up the trebs.
Moving trebs. Oh, yes, can do.
Trying to make more paladins.
Ouvert. Ouvert. Ouvert.
have a large presence. Some of them mob.
A lot of onagers. Yep.
Have more trebs. I do have Cavaliers. More tribes in the back. Them up.
Moving up the Rams, just keep pounding them. Paladins on the Mega Die. Good job. Try to forward build over here.
That's can do.
I like how my one, I had a couple villagers and only one was building. Alright, how's the right looking? Yep, we just gotta hold this. I got some scorpions or whatever. Fine.
That's not working.
Just maintain forward build.
Moving up trebs. Am I okay? There we go. You make a key of hussars for any onager activity.
Get your trebs over here. Start poking the
Yeah.
the markets. I actually got through.
Okay, yeah. So
I think just too many paladins sitting right there.
this one's gonna die, but I'm queuing up more on that side, on that corner.
You have a lot of collies sitting here floating.
Thank you.
Sending trebs towards that market already, but it's already dead.
Yeah, hey, dude, it's gonna be there's buildings gonna be propped up, so keep at it. I don't see purple here. Try to get a couple villagers over there. You have a couple back by our markets, towards our markets. Send those guys. They're just idle.
What did you say?
Sorry, they're about at like 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock-ish. Yeah, there you go. You got them. Nice, perfect. They're okay. They're thwarting. They're pushing me back. I'm gonna my rally points by the Teutonic Knights.
All right.
Look at all those onagers.
Yeah, what the
Cue
fuck
it, more
about it
hussards.
is he doesn't even notice the fucking Teutonic Knights walk up into the...
Yeah.
It's like they moving the trebs.
Alright, gonna hit down here now.
Moving down. Eagles, I'm gonna.
Still build up here though. Still build up here.
That was bad. They're supposed to be on their side of that gate. No.
Sharky, I'm doing stuff bottom if you want to send some trebs.
Did I have trebs there? I did not.
Oh shit.
More trebs in the back. There's no hussars to counter any.
I gotta build up north, sorry. The top part.
You pull back those trebs. Queued up more cav archers. Moving up trebs to the gate.
Alright, someone's attacking with his halberdiers and teutonics. Charging in. Get your cavalry archers, form a line again. You got a bunch of trebs up in the top part.
Moving it. Yep. If you can protect them, you can move on that. Moving past the gate, so make sure they're protected. Want to focus on all the barracks or farther up?
There's some onagers.
Barracks everywhere. Yeah, so, yeah, onagers. I saw those.
Yeah, get those siege workshops. Just you're going too far forward. You're going too far forward, man.
Oh crap. Okay, yeah.
Just start organizing those.
Easy, guys. Okay. Logan, that was terrific. This is what I was hoping you would do last time, right? You don't need frickin' Salmon. You did it on your own. That's perfect. Game well played.
You guys defended really well. Jeez.
You did a great job. And, you know, my whole thing right there was I couldn't for the life of me get Shoaib to pay any attention to the side area. You guys absolutely used it as a staging ground, which is precisely what Khurram had told you to do last game, and you absolutely used the area to end the game. Basically, we were wrecked. So, great job all around. It's terrific work.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed at one point, like when you guys, or like that first wave, when you guys got pushed, I just pulled back. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I just pulled back, and at that point, no, you didn't see any siege from me, really.
That's okay, Shoaib. So obviously,
No, I mean, I
you
did
know,
that on purpose.
you're playing Mongols, and then you go back to your siege and onagers, and then you made trebs, and you made so many trebs. and then you made onagers, and they all died. So basically, you weren't like kind of playing. I mean, and you're just losing ground like completely. So you kind of got discombobulated. You couldn't really handle pressure on your side. You couldn't even you were popped out. You couldn't go to the other side, and basically you just played like the Munsif on your own area thing. On the other side, you wanted to help on the other side by making more trebs. Like that wasn't the play, right? I mean, if you're gonna be mobile, use your like Mungadai archers, or like for example make camels. Like, but you can do something. Instead, you just decided to just use trebs when trebs weren't necessarily needed that early, and you needed to see what units they were sending like vassals way. So because you weren't able to necessarily be on both sides anyway, so that was kind of like your problem. So like siege support on the other side was almost none, right? And so it's kind of like you lost your one side, and then you also couldn't really contest your side. So it's kind of like, even when I gave you the opportunity by taking out some of their initial buildings, you didn't consolidate that. And part of the problem is because you send all your forces there, and you completely leave your front line completely empty, like nothing. And you can't do that, right? Like, I also think you had army problems, and then you were making way too many onagers. Like, you didn't need that many onagers, but you made that many, and so you went with the Mongol, Mungadai and onager combo, and you basically died like very quickly. So when the onagers die, your Mungadai are useless. Actually, because they had more cavalry coming your way, and you didn't recognize that, basically they can charge into you, and then
Yeah, definitely needed freaking for sure either pikemen or camels. Obviously, the camels I freaking missed out on.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're losing your units, like, you're kind of, like, dying very quickly. So... And I just didn't want to make the slingers to kill Salman. I was not going to do that, necessarily. So, it was going to have to be you. So, but, I mean, I literally made all the pikes for you. And it didn't really matter because you moved your onagers so quickly everywhere that I can't follow you, so... Basically, you just die anyway. So, I mean, you dying, like, so essentially you dying so quickly means that they can kind of attack anywhere. And then you can't put pressure anywhere. So basically, you're losing pressure all in your side, and that allows them to put pressure anywhere else. So, I mean, whatever. It's like, you learned your lesson on, you can't, if you're going to play support, like, if you're going to play Mongols, you can't play 2 units. Like, you just can't. It doesn't work. Like, there's no way you can play 2 units. So you have to figure out what the 3rd unit, and the 3rd unit ain't trebs, because that's part of the siege line again. So if, think about this, if horses come in, you're dead. Your whole army is dead anyway. Period. So, just saying, like, it wouldn't really matter. Right? So that's what I'm saying. You need to be careful, like, you need to be more mindful about, like, how you're gonna play. Like, if you had the camels with you, that could have, like, made your army live longer, which could have had a rippling effect to make sure that the infantry doesn't really get there, and then basically, I mean, Sharky wouldn't be really a problem.
Yeah,
His
plus
horse
camels
archers
are
wouldn't problem.
faster too, so they would be able to keep up, with the siege.
Well, bottom line is, it's not about keeping the siege alive, right? Like that. Like, you wouldn't. It's first of all, you wouldn't have that many siege onagers, but then, essentially, the camels are there for your Mungadai, which means that you're either charging them. Like, basically, you have them follow the paladins wherever they go, which means your Mungadai is basically attacking what? Infantry, right? Like, that's what you're doing, right? But you don't have 3 units. You have 2 units the whole time. So if my units are not there, you're dead. And you're not even playing in between around my units either. You just kind of go in to charge to do something, and then you just die anyway. So, and then you weren't forward building properly either. You just kind of gave up that area. I mean, like, I mean, that's on you. That area, that pocket area, that's just you. Like, you need to be able to handle that. You know what I mean? So, handling that, but everything had to do with the way you played Mongols, right? Like 2-unit combo. By the way, you've repeated this mistake time and time again on the Mongols. Just letting you know. Like, nothing's changed from the last few times you played. Every time you got screwed is because you only had the Mungadai and Onagers. Every time you just died. Like, in the previous games we ever played, it was the same thing. You just died. So it seems like you're not picking up on, like, what's the third unit you need. Even though we talked about it, I told you got camos, bro. But you never made them, so it's kind of like weird.
I thought about it in the game, but
I
yeah, we
know.
did talk about it.
But then I can't really always say it. Like, you have to do this, and then controlling your quadrant and speaking about it, like Fassel was speaking about his, was kind of important, right? So, I mean, it's kind of like... Listen, I was not gonna just take them out. Like, if Fassel made a move on his side, I can help him on his side. But I even helped you on your side. But after you did not secure it yourself, that's all on you. Like, you need to secure it, and that's not my job. Right? But then, in context of securing it, you can't just leave, like, your whole main you know, like your main lane with nothing. Like, you just can't do, like, you can't just move your whole army on one side, leave your whole main area empty, and then go back to the main side because they're attacking, and then you left that whole other area, and then you just go back and forth. And oh, by the way, while you're doing that, your army just gets crushed. So at some point it's not there's like limited, or there's not even you, right? So to me, that's kind of like the issue. As far as what the other team did was great, you know, like. They kind of realized not to push necessarily harder from the mid side where I was trebbing, so that was really good. And they actually did the side push, which is what I needed them to do. Right? Like, that's kind of important. And Vassal, from your side, I would have liked to have, you know, 6 castles on your front, like on the back side, like on the back line. They wouldn't be built the way you had them built, like one after the other like that. You would sort of like built them on the back line, and you had to have 6 of them because you did need to have like the conks, like those conks up pretty quickly whenever you needed them, and then you need to have about, I would say, 8 stables to support you on your side, right? And then the rest are, like, if you needed to make barracks or whatever in the front, that's okay. But for the most part, that's what you would do. And then that wouldn't necessarily be, like, too much of an issue. Because you had that area, then you could. I mean, frustrated or not, you do, you know, you continue to call out. I think a couple of times you called out. The last one you didn't. And then last time, whether you're pissed or not, you just simply used the X, but it was a bit later when you used it. Part of that was still the scouting was an issue. Like, not like sending scouts to see what they had, because they repeatedly were hitting on one side or the other. So at least seeing what they had could have potentially helped you, but Shuaib wasn't there. So, I mean, you know, like, there's that. Not the biggest deal, even if, like, you lose mostly because you're, like, demoralized. But, you know, that's just one of those things. It's not like the end of the world at this point, even if they get to that particular area. It was still going to be an issue in terms of, you know, like, how they would get there. But the problem is, you know, like, you don't have your, like, your castles are clumped up in one side, and you cannot have that. You wanna kind of have them like where my castles are. You want to have them, like, you know, like, not clumped in like 1, 2, 3, but like sort of like spread a bit. Like, I had my castles, for example. Like, that's not a bad way to do it. So you can spread them out, like, on the backside, so they don't take as much. And the way that what that also does is that they would literally have to kind of really all move forward in a way to kind of get to the castle. But even if they get to a castle or two, they can't get to the 4 other castles in the line, because they have to go through a bunch of other buildings to get there, as opposed to fundamentally, like, knocking out most, if not all, your castles, right? Like, that's just a building thing. Other than that, Logan and Sharky did great. Well played on doing the side thing, and that's what I needed you to do last week. So, good job on that. So that was well played. So good work.
Sharky, you did a great job too. I think that the synergy between Logan and Sharky was just exceptional. It was just fantastic. If I step aside from just being frustrated with what was going on my side, I just enjoyed. I really enjoyed the way they played together tonight. It was just awesome, and I thought that Logan just did a fantastic job. I didn't need to come out the door and kind of get upset about Soman leading the charge there. I really, really appreciated Logan, actually soloing more or less, the charge on my side, which I think is just wonderful. I mean, this was exactly what, from all the frustration from last week and this, that, and the other, it was really great to see the advice being internalized, and it was pure art. This was exactly the type of clean win. You guys used the sides for staging areas. No matter what, Shoaib had no chance on his side. He completely gave up that side as a staging area, completely dismissed the importance of a staging area, and you guys buttoned it down. I challenged you guys on my side significantly because I understood, and there were a few times I had to actually a number of times I had to kick you guys back out so that you could not use it as a staging area. But each time you guys possessed those areas, you turned it into a staging area, and from that side, once you use it as staging ground, we had no chance. Shoaib pretty much lost his market right off the bat. He couldn't do anything about it, right? So it was fantastic, guys. You guys did amazing.
Yeah, well played. So overall, good work using that feedback and well played. Shoaib, I would just say if you're gonna play civs like that, you're just gonna know that you can never, when you're playing a solo lane, you can just never play you can just never play two units ever, never. You're literally by yourself. You have to do your defense, right? No one's gonna do your defense. So for example, not only are losing your army really quickly, you can't even defend your front line, which is why actually ironically you couldn't really help. So I'm just telling you why you couldn't even get to the side area. You couldn't get to the side area because you couldn't even defend your front line. And part of that was, even though we did a good job with our early scouting and putting Logan behind, you guys kind of just tunneled a bit and then never went scouting again, right? That's the problem. I would say that trying to bolster your front side was very critical, and you didn't. You also didn't have enough siege workshops built. Not to build 3 workshops and build or queue them up, but you needed to build a few more so you could build 1 or 2 from each one so that they come out faster. And then the other thing is that you had no barracks necessarily, and apart from what you had initially. And then most importantly, on the backside where you could have made your stables, you never built them, so you couldn't really, apart from the first one, it was you didn't really think too much about where you could build your camels from if you needed them, and in this case you certainly needed them. So to me it's kind of you have to be able to defend your area. You're the main defender, everybody else helps support it. And the reason that's important is because if you can't sort of on your own sort of defend, or you give up too much because you were kind of playing on your back foot the whole time because you were super conservative. I'm telling you, you were super conservative. You kind of you said, hey, they broke the towers, and then you did, and what? Okay, so no scouting, no seeing what they had, no seeing what they were going to come up with. That's on you. You needed to scout that and see what they were coming with. They did that, and then what? Nothing would happen. something would happen, right? And then when they did come, you were caught off guard. So I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of like thing that you have to be more like aware of. Like when those towers go down, if you take them because you need something, you need the space, you have to actively scout it because that's an active zone for attack. And then once you're in a position where you believe you can defend because you scouted them, like now you're able to go on the side. You can't even touch the side if you didn't even secure your main lane. Like you have to secure your main lane, and you can't do that if you're only running a two, you know, like a Mungadai thing, a Mungadai that onager
combo.
situation. Yeah, can't do it. You just can't run it. Like that's not gonna be defense or anything. That's kind of like thinking that somehow I'm gonna be there and helping you with all this stuff. Which, by the way, I gave you a couple opportunities, and then you didn't have enough army because of your population, I think. I don't know, Shib, if you figured out your pop stuff, by the way. Like,
Some of it I figured out, but you know, I guess I still have to kind of go back and see exactly what's going
Sure.
on.
Because you were running out of, I think I didn't see enough of an army from you either.
Yeah, I think
Unless you made trebs on the other side, and then you build a bunch of stuff here, and then you just forgot about them.
Well, that and like you were saying, I think maybe I was obviously doing too many, maybe of onagers stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
I know I had some small army parked in Vassal side, a little bit like onagers and trebs, but of course I was taking up pop from the other side too. Like I guess it
Right.
wasn't efficient usage of the pop, right? So
Right. Yeah, you don't have to go like super crazy. Like I said, with Mongols, it's like, come on, you see me. I don't need that many onagers to make a difference, and I don't think you need to either, especially because the onager game to the Mungadai is not easy. And then if you even add a third unit, so essentially what that means, Shoaib, is even if we put camels there, it wouldn't make a difference because like your Mungadai and camels are on one speed, your onagers are on another speed. It's a little difficult to micro those three types of units. I'm just saying, like, so it's like you have to be like kind of figure out like how do you want to be able to defend that. So in your case, if I was the Mongol player, I would have had my own pikemen out with my onagers, with not that many onagers. I probably would have had camels and Mungadai archers, and then like 2 or 3 trebs. That's it. Not more. And I would be scouting. So for my scouts, I would just use regular food horses. I wouldn't really use the camels. And then I would keep scouting them, and I would put like barracks and stuff, and then I would put what do you call those, scout towers or whatever, just to see what they had. Yeah, outposts. So you just to see what they had, right? Like you needed to. By the way, this is just in front of your lane, so, and we haven't even spoken about the side area yet. And by the way, all of this applies to Fassel too. Like, which Fassel did eventually. Fassel walled it up, and he kind of controlled his main area. Okay, so because you didn't do it, it kind of like they kept hitting you from either side, and it kind of made it even harder for you. So I would say concentrate on. So when you're playing that side player, you have to do your primary D. Support can only support what you're doing, but you're the primary defender, right? Like that's what you are, and then you just kind of play. You kind of play that. Like everybody else will help support that. So even though you have some pikemen of your own, yes, it provides you some protection, and then the other people just can help supplement and support what your forces are, right? Like cavalry can come to help you, even though you have your own camels. It's just that you're such a, like, if you need to go, like now that you have like support and you're defending your main side, you can actually break off from your bigger army, a smaller army, and you can hit the side area. But you can do it literally all by yourself. You don't need anyone to help you there. Right? Like, you can put pressure or even contest it. But in order to contest your, you need vision. and unfortunately you didn't have vision. So you couldn't even treb if you wanted to. And at one point you're saying, hey, can you throw some trebs? And then we had no vision there either, so it's kind of like, and that was a bit late, right? The other thing I would say is, Fassel when you're building, and Shrib even you, but Fassel more so when you're building, you can't build a town center next to the stone or directly on the stone, because that basically will make sure the very thing that you noticed, the trade carts were all screwed you over. Because it's, no matter what happens, if you see the town center needs to have a tile space or two, so that villagers can mine and go back and forth. If you build it, and I think Sharky did that before and I told him not to. So when you do that on the corner, and it's right on the stone, or for example, or on the gold, it'll completely block, like, the villagers. Right? And in this case, if somehow the trade cart's gonna squeeze in or something, then they all kind of get, like, you know, like what you saw happen to you. Other than that, I think it was alright. It wasn't too bad. So, you know, it's like you just need to. And I already told you that there was gonna be a bit of a treb war that would happen, right? The only reason, Shrabe, you couldn't build more trebs, and the thing is, Shrabe, you actually had opportunities where you could have pushed them back. You just never did, though. Like, you had trebs, you had, like, you know, our units to help support you. You needed to forward build and really press that side, and then when you pushed them further and forward build further, you could have kind of, like, on that other side also pressed them so that side area was contested, and then you would still be fine because you're creating a lot of pressure, which inherently would relieve pressure on Fassel's side to begin with anyway. But the forward building wasn't there. You know, you lost buildings that you never made again, or you made them much, much later, right? You kind of waited us to kind of like help. You basically literally had me like help clear that side so that you could actually build, you know, things like that. So the guy sends like rams, and you only, so the guy sends rams, and you have like what, 20 Mungadai archers, and then you had like a bunch of onagers, but you know, you're so outmatched by what's in center. 4 rams just killed all your buildings. Just saying. It was just 4 pry rams. That's it. Nothing else. So those are probably the type of things you just need to be cognizant of. It's just kind of like a defense thing. So you gotta kind of have to figure some of that out. Not the biggest thing, but you know, it's one of those things that you just kind of now know that, hey, when I'm in the lane and I'm gonna have some pressure, well, this is what I'm gonna have to do. Because what Salman had wasn't really the biggest issue for you, and what Sharky was coming at was actually not really a big deal either. Like, you had the units to counter that. It's just that you needed the third. Basically, you had no counter for Logan, and Logan was just kicking your ass because Paladins were just running roughshod. That's what was. So basically, you needed that third or maybe even 4th unit, like pikemen. Not like tons of them, but some pikemen, and then you need to have camels, and then you were kind of good. So, I don't know. Mongols are not easy. They're just not necessarily easy to play. So I'm just saying, like, just like I think Munstaf also had that issue with the Saracens, I think Mongols are another very tricky civ to play. Because they do need, like, you know, like, you need to be able to use like like everything that the civ has so that you can defend. As opposed to Shoaib, if you were like mid player. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a mid player, you can escape with doing kind of what you're doing. Because you're not the primary defender, you know what I mean? Like, you're not the primary guy. So you can actually escape with that kind of support force. The thing is that you were the actual front guy. So you basically you couldn't do that. You know? Like, you couldn't really do that. So it's one of those things that you just kind of like. And then I'll tell you this much, I did provide you a lot of cover. Push them back. You needed to forward build. and you needed to work around the units that I had already provided there to kind of force them further back, but you never really did. And then when you did, I don't even know if you know, because here's what would happen, Shuaib. You get an advantage, and then you would let it go because you wanted to go back to the side. And to me, I think when you had like your forces with, so the problem is, the reason we pushed them back was because I had forces there to defend you. And then when you moved to the side with a bunch of your forces, I wasn't there for you. You didn't even call it. And then with the 2-unit thing, you got crushed again. So every time you went to the side, you got crushed, and the army that was in mid, like I didn't have much support there then, right? And then they just kind of came in and did their thing. So just saying, like, you moving back and forth kind of hurt you.
I'd really like to hear from the other side about, what the game plan was, how they handled, our offense and dealt their own. It'd be really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Bo and Sharky, you guys want to take that?
I think we did have an idea of what we were facing. I think before we kind of did their attack, and I think for my part, usually I was just kind of responding to kind of whatever was to any attack that was coming out. Like if Shoaib sent Rams, and that's when we go in, or if Faisal sent the Cavaliers, that's when we go in.
Yeah, there's one thing I do want to point out for Logan. So I don't know if you remember, there was a specific point. It was like, hey guys, I'm gonna go hit the mid area of Faisal's side, right? And when you call that out, I knew what you're doing, so I had the infantry there to support you. Unfortunately, that it didn't work out. But when you called that out, I was able to support you. There was a couple times when you went solo off on your side. You didn't say, "Hey, I'm really gonna go on down here and bot or something." So a lot of times our units just sat there. Could have called for some support. Likewise, that kind of goes for Sharky too. Your units would on one side of the map or the other just kind of sit there. So just kind of be a little bit more cognizant of that. One other thing I want to say about your Cav Archer play, you had them grouped a little too much, so they're very, very vulnerable to Shoaib's onager fire. You know what I mean? Because they're just one big ball, and it just pancake, no more. So you should have tried to split them up a little bit, kind of like how I had. You saw there's groups of infantry around instead of just one big mass. You try to, if you play Cav Archers or Archers again in the future, try doing that a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a couple times I was telling Sharky to do that, and what was really good with Sharky was the communication back. Like I felt like, I don't know if Samani, you probably heard it and stuff, being on the team, it was like really good feedback. Like he would be like, okay, like it wasn't just either one ignored, or I would actually see the change. And I always preach about that all the time, about how, like, I mean, maybe not with you guys, but when I'm playing with my dad or with Dobo, is that there's always that like feedback of like they say we're working on it, but then nothing happens. I'm watching. I'm literally, my screen's on what they're doing. Nothing's changing. But what was really nice was Sharky actually moved his units, or he was, you could see him trying to figure it out. Like when I was telling him that one time to spread his like you're somehow what you're saying, like with the cavalry archers, is like, now form this line. Like you got these bombard towers, and there was a couple times where my English was just terrible. I was just like the paladins on the onagers, even though I meant Trebs, and but whatever. The point was, like, I was like trying to tell him to do that, and you could see him trying to do that. Like he was trying to split them up. It wasn't like in a couple times he did get caught off guard, but whatever. I mean, but it was good feedback in terms of he didn't throw some I'm working on it and nothing's happening. Like you could see he was doing that, so that was really cool. And then I think, a couple of attacks I'm on, I think you're right. I think what happened is, I would say I'm gonna push down here, but I didn't do it right away. and then like a couple moments later, because I went to go do something up top or whatever, I would then do it, and then totally like it's my brain wasn't thinking of the team at that moment or something, and then so that yeah, I need to work on that. Because like I said, I think at that moment I saw like, okay, you guys aren't ready, so let me go do something, and then somehow I just wanted to move forward or whatever. But I mean, we were constantly switching back and forth. So I mean, this game, it was just great all around in terms of like, I mean, the fact that Sharky was just, I mean, it was great having all those units up top. Man, that was nice. I know Munsif wouldn't have done that, but.
Oh, come on, don't talk about Munsif, man, like that. Munsif's cool, man.
Well, it would have been more. So it was almost honestly, top became Sharky.
What do you think
Like-
he meant earlier when he said Sharky didn't say, "Hey, I'm working on it"?
Oh, snap.
You know where that's coming from.
Yeah, true that.
Later, yeah.
Good. It's
Oh,
all
yeah,
good.
And then, you know, I helped kind of these guys in the pregame a little bit. It's like, hey, you know, these are your Civ strengths, and Logan wanted to play Pallies and Siege, so I'm like, okay, you know, Paladins is a very limited option by itself. A Pally Siege combo, you only got, I think, basically 2-3 civs. So I'm
Right.
like, yeah, you gotta pick these, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna do Paladins and Siege, and I'm like, okay, this is, you're gonna have to balance your eco, you know, this, that, and the other. So these guys kind of knew what they were getting into, and then Sharky kind of figured out how to play the Tatar. Yo, I was actually pretty happy with Sharky's Tatar play, minus, you know, the little things I said here and there. It was pretty solid. I was pretty happy with it. So well done, Sharky. Pretty happy.
I think Logan did amazing with his siege as well, with his ramps. There were a couple of times I was like bringing everybody's attention to him. Even Horan played it down. It's just Logan, you know, probably gonna, you know, whatever, you know. But he really brought, you know, his top-notch game, and the very thing that was, you know, diminished or dismissed or deprioritized was precisely the thing that came and basically wiped me out. So it was fantastic to see that, you know, that Logan's and Logan built his siege really well, and he just did. It was fantastic. I mean, yeah, low-key I was pissed on my side, but at the same time, I genuinely was smiling when it was just Logan. Shoaib, I would have been pissed. I'm sorry, Salmana would have been pissed if you were there as well, because that's what happened last time, and I didn't. I was really hoping for
like
not
I
a
s-
repeat on that.
So, like I said, when I came in with that first push and you guys were basically reeling.
Hmm.
You guys were reeling. I'm like, guys, I'm not building any more siege this game. It's all on you.
Yep.
And so
Yeah,
that's
no, I appreciate
basically
that, even though-
why you saw only infantry, and then even then I was just backing up with the infantry as you guys were pushing. I was just backing up. And then, you know, as the game went a little later, I started to get more and more involved. But at bottom side, I told, you know, I just told him, yo guys, I'm not building any more siege. I just happened to have one random onager lying around. I don't know if you saw it hitting your walls or some shit. That was because it just, I don't even know when I queued it up. It was there. Oh, I think actually I was gonna queue it up because Sharky blocked the area, so so we couldn't even engage in the bottom area. That's right.
But I still think it was really great that, you know, the outcome of this game was not like, oh, of course Blue fucked us up, blah blah blah, because to be honest with you, that very thing could turn into, why the fuck isn't Blue helping us, right? On by his teammates, right? But absolutely not. We've made it abundantly clear that D on our side is our task, and if we're failing in that task, Blue ain't gonna step up on that. Right? Now, the center lanes, like the lanes that are to the sides, that's off limits, and if you haven't figured that out, he's going to crush you, you know? So guess what? You guys figured that out, even though you still made that attempt, which I would think was like pretty much like on that maneuver that was happening, was kind of a sort of a repeat from last time. And I was like, in the beginning, I was kind of like, they're screwing it up again. They're repeating what they did last time. Right,
So,
but then-
one thing I do have to say, Fassel, that in and of itself is not a bad call at all. All right, I just have to clarify. It's just when Kurum starts trepping from the mid side, that means we can no longer secure a foothold there unless we remove him from that mid area, which we all know we cannot do. So then you have to, so you actually saw the way I built kind of forced him, because I was doing most of the forward building a little bit, to be honest, and yeah, I'm sure you guys saw that. I built in such a way it kind of guided them, and then they figured it out on their own. I didn't say anything. I just kind of built that way.
Yeah, but I'm still saying that it's still a losing play. If you were going to turn that into like, this is how it's not a bad play, and therefore we're going to continue on a good pattern here, and we can anticipate crushing the other side because we're gonna continue. And I'm just telling you that that was not going to ever happen. So I've been on the other side when blue, I had to deal with blue, and I've dealt with that before. You would see 50, 60, friggin', things show up, and it would just be ridiculous. But my point is that the point of contention last time was blue fucks things up, and if there was a repeat of last time, this is my point. If there was a repeat of that, this insistence to abandon the sides and push through the lanes, regardless of whatever good strategy you're talking about, well, then you're reckoning with Kurum directly, and you want to put your chances up real high with that.
No, that's exactly what I just said. I said initially that's fine. What I'm saying is when Kurum starts making that maneuvers from middle, we all know we can't push him out. All right, let's be fair. We all know we can't push Kurum out of a specified area if he so chooses to lock us out of that area. Right? No one's going to contest that argument. So up until that point, it is a sound strategic maneuver to go the way we did. And you saw our response was to shift, which was the correct response in this scenario, which was great to see. I helped guide it a little bit by the way I built. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair. But obviously not my point. My point is going back to Logan's frustration last week, right? Because it was significant, right? It was like deeply seated, right? And so what I'm trying to say to Logan is that when you saw that, and we kept trying to make the same freaking point. But last week you were just unconvinced that the sides freaking mattered, right? But that was not true, right? And so it absolutely was to our detriment that, Shoaib simply refused to contest the side on his side. And, there was this terrific back and forth between me and two other players, right? So, of course, I was disadvantaged to some degree. Blue came to help me out a few times, but honestly, any kind of major onslaught from that side is my deal. And in the end, hats off to Logan and Sharky. Once again, credit where's credit due. You guys did a fantastic job. The only comment I was trying to make was, do you see how Blue did not thwart you? And that's my point.
So, one thing that maybe dawned on me this game or whatever too, of also going outside is the whole concept and this is why I think I was last week, is the whole surface area thing. If we push you guys far enough, then the sides don't matter as much. Now, partly why we kind of hit the middle is to open up, or not open up, to basically close you off from even going on the side. Because if we just go on the side, then you guys can cut right through the middle and cut us from the side, right? So if we make a presence in mid, then you guys basically the service area, you get hit from two spots, right? So I think that's what kind of I was starting to figure out that I knew that was the case, but then what was it? Damn it, I'm losing my thought. Basically, by going on the side, it then pushes you guys to then have a bigger surface area to get susceptible to attack, right? So if we kept in mid and you guys just hitting us on the side, honestly, our surface area is smaller. We're getting screwed. You guys can hit us on the whole front. So
that's clearly
what
not
I
what
think
I meant.
Saman was leading us into the whole when we forward built, is that our service area, and I talk about this all the time on the computer, is that why I play Black Forest for beginners or just to also learn a civ and stuff, is it makes the pathways small, and if you can block that pathway, then their surface area to get attacked is none, right? But then on Arabia, you have, I mean, your surface area is gigantic, so you either build a wall to then tunnel or to funnel people, then that works. But on this, it's kind of, I think that was the idea why if you push hard enough, then mid, yes, it definitely can treb, but by that time, your guys' service area is gigantic. Like starting from, if you make a draw a line from middle all the way to like their markets, that's huge. Versus us, we have a tiny opening. So I think that's what I was thinking, but I get it now. The side is obviously crucial in terms of increasing that service area, because that will never happen from mid to the markets. Because like I said, like I thought it would happen, but then Blue comes in and says, no, this is not the case. I do want you to make it make the sides be part of your service area. So yeah.
Yeah, so no, obviously there's a little misunderstanding. I'm clearly not saying abandon mid. Freaking, you gotta keep your shit honest, bro. So no, but what I'm saying is, unlike last time where there was this complete insistence to reject the sides and only, lock horns coming down mid, like barrel down mid, was just creating a direct confrontation with Blue and basically creating a skill gap issue, right? So at that point, just thwart, and then the frustration level rises, right? Now, keep in mind, I'm commentating on this as if I'm going to be on your side going versus the Blue area, So I've been on plenty of time, played plenty of games where Blue is on the other side, and it's you, me, and Salman, or whatever, and we tried to make certain maneuvers, but it was always down that certain thing. We'd run into Blue and we just say shit, just couldn't get it done, right? But then it dawned upon me that, dude, the sides for staging is super crucial. I just could never get anybody to buy in on it. It's just ridiculous. And once again, tonight, I just could not get Shoaib. Dude, I could not get him. I kept repeating myself. Do not ignore this. Do not ignore this. At one point, I was forcing him. No, you got to cut through now. We need to do something now. And I think there was maybe just one time where we kind of like pushed you out, Logan. And then
but I think the general issue is that he, you can't really talk about like too much, like look into it too much, because the dude was dying like in 2 seconds.
It was with him at the time, and he could have made walls. There were plenty of things he could have done.
But he can't. But he can't. But what I'm saying is he can't, right? Like,
yeah, whatever. That's fine. I'm just saying that. Look at So if I'm playing with Sharky, right? There's ways to tell. See, this is where I liked what Logan talked about with Sharky, right? So if somebody would say to Sharky, look, now if you can, just wall it up. And I remember a few times when I played with Sharky, when Sharky was red and pretty much supposed to protect that area that was the side resource, like Sharky would throw up a bunch of like
but that Shoaib was just completely discombobulated, right?
My point being, whether it's Shoaib or whether it's Munsif, if we have to identify players now, because now it is coming down to players that we can easily identify as like, these players are non-responsive to feedback, okay? And Sharky's not one of them, right? So I'm just trying to tell you that there is a frustration relating to, I will clearly point out that I was alone on my side, and Shoaib refused to do anything about his side. So, and I think that was the recipe for failure tonight.
Well, to me, it's kind of like, I wouldn't look at it that way. To me, I would be only concentrated on some of the small faux pas that were made. So, for example, you losing all, your building structure was bad, which kind of screwed you over. It screwed your trade carts over. The way your castles were built screwed you over. Not having like proper enough stables kind of built along the line on the backside, never really in the front side. Not like 4 maybe, like you needed 7 or 8. And the reason why that's important is that even if they have a bunch of shit that's there, even with 12 trebs, maybe even 20 trebs, it's still easy, because head to head for the units you make, you basically can defeat like whatever Logan had, because your civs pallies are stronger. I mean, for the most part, even if you just went pallies, you could just kind of beat him. Problem is that you were going to lose buildings, You just needed to rally, and you need to have enough buildings to be able to do the rallying. So the thing is, because that side area at some point went down from your side, it allowed for like a bit of a staging area. It's not like the biggest deal, but it is a deal in terms of, you know, the primary goal of a defender is to provide, like, yeah, you're gonna have some buildings that'll go down. It's just facts. Like, that'll happen, right? The thing is that your response or the counterattack is what's gonna count, right? Like, that's the one that's gonna really matter. And so, if you're down on resources, or if you're going low, or you're doing super low, like, that's kind of like just all on you. And then on top of that, there was a time where you didn't have gold, and guess who also didn't have gold? Shuaib didn't have gold. He was very low. So it's kind of like a double whammy there. And then on one's hand, Shuaib, you know, I kind of, to be honest, it was kind of like the defenders need to defend, having to have the gold plus having the stone, and then having those towers there to give you a buffer. Even though they were going to go down, that's not the biggest thing. The whole point is that they are expected to go down. Like, they are actually, you're expecting them to go down. It's just that when you do your counterattack, you'll be able to kind of like push them out, right? Like, that's the whole point. Plus, with your castles that were going to be positioned that way, you can build conks from some of them if Salman is there, but generally that's not that wasn't always the case. And then more importantly, it frees up a castle or two to build your own trebs if you needed to, like a couple. Which, by the way, you did build your own trebs a few times when you did push them back. So that gives like other people time, including yourself, like a more sort of like mature way to do a counterattack. But counterattack means that you've lost some buildings, or you're losing, like, you know, buildings, which is completely okay. Like, absolutely losing those buildings there is like not the biggest thing. So
yeah, I definitely accept and internalize the critique and criticisms. That's fine. I'm going to try to improve on that. Doesn't change the fact that there were two colors constantly barraging me, and actually Saman was there as well. So it was pretty much a 3-on-1 largely throughout. So I'm just kind of making the point that absolutely will improve on the construction bits. I've taken
do
note of
that. Do that so that you're in a defendable position. That's it. That's all you got to worry about.
That being said, I still do not think that would have made a difference. It's
you. Okay, so I'm with the more experienced guy. I'm telling you it would. So that's just what it is. Now, we also understand the dynamic on Shuaib's side, because the Shuaib side was definitely taking much of your attention, which is why at some one point you weren't able to pay attention on, say, for example, on your side. So that's what I was telling you, where the balance kind of went off, was he didn't know how to play Mongols. It was kind of expected. And to be fair, all the problems we had tonight, we actually had no conversation about the civs, nor did we have any conversation about what we were going to do. So on our side, there was zero communication about anything. We just kind of went straight into the game. So let's be fair. Like, the other team kind of talked more about it. They did more, and then we didn't. So my point is that, you know, I don't think you need to, like, I would just concentrate on the things you needed to do. Clearly, Shoaib's side struggled so much that he pulled your forces, right? And which meant that you didn't, because he was wiping out so quickly, and he couldn't replenish either, right? There was a double whammy. Then essentially you ended up having more forces there and very little to almost not enough forces on your side. So obviously you had some issues there. So I'm just saying, like, you know, can't really talk too much about that situation, because it was just like, you know, kind of like beating a dead donkey at this point. He played a civ. He's not good at it. He kind of got wrecked again. He deserves it. He needs to learn his lesson. And he did. I wasn't going to help him because the way he was just getting wrecked was just, he needs to learn. He needs to learn that if you're going to build like 9 and put them all bunched together, excuse me, but they deserve to die. Like, it's just they deserve to die. And you're gonna have like 12 or 20 like Mungadai spread, and then paladins are coming. Like there's there's no response to that. But the unfortunate part of that is inevitably, because it's a team game, you get pulled in, and then that's what kind of like messed up like your stuff. Even if say we do thwart that attack or whatever, the issue would still remain, which is you still have a player who doesn't know how to play Mongols. So basically, you have a player playing a Civ that he just doesn't know, and he's repeating the same mistake over and over again. Which I mean, and the problem is because he's lost all his units, the dude cannot even say anything. And usually Shoaib's pretty vocal. He just can't be vocal here at all because he knows he's lost everything. I mean, to the point where he lost his like market and stuff, and I'm like, are you gonna do anything about it? Like, what do you? And he can't even answer that. He's like, oh, didn't I tell you? And you and I both know that he didn't really tell us. He just said, hey, they're coming here. He didn't even say with what they were coming. I mean, he was discombobulated from the get-go. And he didn't even have enough buildings to produce, so he kind of struggled with all of that. So it just kind of mounted up pretty much. And his mental queue, which usually, if he's like chilling, is say, like a queue of 6. In this game, it was a queue of 1. Just because of the pressure he experienced. And hey, he needed to experience that pressure so that next time he's more like. By the way, don't get me wrong, you guys did great scouting. You guys really slowed Logan down. That was awesome. But nobody really, like in the end, if some of it didn't matter because enough time passed by, gave him, the guy ended up doing what he did. And then we were still slow, and specifically Shoaib was super slow. And Shoaib did not scout his side. The attack didn't really come from your side, by the way, Faisal. It actually came from Shoaib's side. So Shoaib just kind of called out, hey, they took out the buildings, and then he never, ever went back to see what was coming. Actually, Faisal, I think you were the one who said, hey, Salman's on your... on that expansion, right? Like on his side. He didn't even say it. So he was still kind of like working his way, and then just ba-boom. So from the get-go, he was out of the game, by the way. After like that, when that first attack happened, he was out. And he never recovered actually after that. He just struggled the whole game. He didn't even know where he was so discombobulated, he didn't know where his villagers were. He didn't have enough army. And then he goes back to automatic mode, which is I can't think, and therefore it is Mungadai, Mongols, the Mungadai and the Onagers, because that's all I know. And he kept getting killed and destroyed, which is why he needed your assistance. So then he had you like more over there, and then of course it created imbalance for you and whatnot. So the point is that you still had a player who did not know how to play that Civ like at all. As opposed to, say, for example, like I was telling him, hey, if he's like in mid or he's like the support player where he generally likes to just chill and he's just sending onagers and Mungadai archers. But somebody else is doing the defense. Like in that case, he feels vindicated because he's doing the 2 units and he's cool with it. It's just that in this case, he was forced to defend. And, it's good. It's good. Like... Now he faced like a little bit of a, he got like slapped up a bit. Hopefully, I hope he remembers this lesson. I already knew we were screwed when he said Mongols. I was like, all right, buddy, man, you go do your thing with Mongols. If you guys notice, I didn't even pick up a siege backup. I had no intentions of doing that, nor had intentions of necessarily countering Salman. I just wanted to see if this guy was gonna, like, if on the other side, if they were gonna use the sides, and on our sides, more importantly, if we were going to be able to communicate and, more importantly, build with each other. Actually, Faisal, I think he built a town center. I think he built a castle. And I think that's about it.
I see 2 siege workshops.
Okay, but they were never used. They were never used. Or it didn't matter.
There was
It
a
didn't
couple
matter what
times
he
there
had.
was a group of onagers, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
reign
Oh
of
no. Okay,
paladins.
that doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though, right? Like it didn't matter. It didn't matter because in his mind, onager, Mangadai, onager, Mangadai. Bruh, I got siege rams and pallies coming in numbers. What's your response? Onagers. Because that's it. Because that's what we're supposed to do. By the way, I actually even told him that he had camels, and he was like, yeah, 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 and then nothing. And I'm telling you, it has everything to do with the fact that you guys came in first. He didn't scout or he didn't know what you guys were coming up with, and then you guys surprised him, and that was game over for him. To the point where he couldn't talk to Fassel, he barely said anything. He even barely, like, his only response was, onagers. Having Mongols with such a mobile army, I mean, can you imagine if you just send camels there? It's kind of over. Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
mean,
he did.
it's just over. But but he can't. And the thing is, I did not even tell him. Apart from the in the beginning of the game, like in the beginning before in the civ
Pre-game?
selection where I told him that, I absolutely did not tell him anything after that. That was all going to be on him. So
Later.
so the lessons are a little different. With Fassel, it's like he can't get flustered. Things he needs to do to put him in a position where he can better defend, and that's it. That's all he has to do. And for the other guy, he just, man, know how to play your civ. Know that it's not a 2-unit game. I'm okay with Sharky doing 2 units for right now, because he was doing support.
Dude, actually, I'm looking at it now. When I was doing my last push, Sharky has hussars, and he attacked.
Yeah, he built hussars later, but
Yeah,
mostly
but no, he
with,
took out. So, because I'm not there to take out the onagers, guess who took out the onagers? Sharky went
For
after
sure.
it.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yep, and I completely let him because the guy is still building. By the way, he never learned his lesson when you repeatedly destroyed all his onagers.
Well, yeah, even
together.
Saman pointed out, like, I don't know how many times, he was like, my guys are literally walking up to shake hands with the onagers, and
Yep.
he's not even.
Yep. Yep. And that's okay. I mean, the
Teutonic
thing is, like,
Knights!
he needs to learn, right? Like, he needs to learn.
Teutonic Knights marched into the honor.
Yep. He just never kind of figured it out, and that's on him. But I guarantee you this much: the next time he plays Mongols, guess which game he'll remember. You know what I mean?
I would like to hope he remembers.
He'll be like, "Oh, I can't." All he'll remember is this: I can't be defending. I can't be in the front, so that I can do my onager and Mungadai crap. But I think the way the games are, I think you're always going to have a front. You know what I mean? Like, you'll always have a front. So, he'll probably end up not wanting to play Mongols for a while. It's just what it is. It's kind of hard. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Mongols is kind of hard to play. They're not easy. I make it look easy, but they're not really easy. You got to be able to play with all the units. They're not an easy civ to just like, oh, I'm just going to do this and that's it. It's more to it than that. So, I mean, overall, like I said though, overall not bad. Like, you guys got rewarded. Now I'll say this to you. Now that you know that it worked this way, it's gonna change. It's gonna change.
That's fair, because like I said, my goal was to do that, and the next goal.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't change it before I can complete them.
What do you mean? No,
That's
I'm saying that there's going to be some dynamic elements to the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
What
not
I'm
gonna be
saying
just
though
like
is that I feel like, I mean, Fassel said a lot of good, nice things to us, and the point is, I feel it's a good reflection. It's good feedback for what we did.
For sure.
It's the games where you say, oh, you're supposing on the sides, and then you give us a different map where we never got to fulfill that. I felt like this game was.
Well, no, I guess here's the
so
thing,
then
right?
you move on. So
you
now
guys
you
did
throw a
enough
different
good
challenge,
things.
which is fair. Okay,
You
sorry.
guys did enough good things. Our guys didn't do enough good things. Okay?
Mhm.
And that's the difference, right? Plus, I gave you pathways to go through, and you did, and our guys were not able to, and it's okay. I mean, it's completely fine. You see, the L's are great because they actually help you get better. It's just what it is. The wins are just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you really remember. I don't know if you really remember them as much. To me, it's more about the growth factor, and you kind of realize, oh, I need to do this or I need to do this to be better. So that's why I'm saying, even in Fasol's case, I would completely like not even care about what happened with Shoaib, because it could be Shoaib, it could be person X or Y, right? Like the big thing is that, Fasol has to put himself in a position where he gives himself the best chance. And generally in a game like this where, you're going to get hit, you brace for that so you can do a counterattack play, and then your teammates can kind of help you and whatnot. Which, it was going to happen, but, it's one of those things where he lost too many buildings, there's a whole morale thing going on, and there's some other stuff, and then Shoaib's not talking. So it was like a combination of like a snowball effect. But generally speaking, it's like, even keeled stuff, be solution oriented and really talk about what's needed, what's happening, do your best to defend, and know that, yeah, you're going to get pushed with the army that's there, but then, help is coming, or like help will be on the way, right? But at the same time, like Fasil cannot be responsible for like the other player cannot even remotely defend his side, right? Like Fasil can't be responsible for that, so that's just not on him.
Good night, Shark.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, take care. So I think that's the difference, right? But hey, gave you the sides again. You guys kind of moved through the sides. Great, wonderful. What I'm saying is that's just not going to always be the case. So now that you know this one thing, just saying like, how could it present itself in one of the games? Maybe, maybe I'll force you to kind of come from center, like not center, but like from one of the main lanes, right? And now that'll be a test of, did you build the right combination of units? Or is it just like, oh, I'm gonna try to do this ninja thing, But hey, it was it was effective, it was necessary, but it's not gonna be. It's like the way you came in without your teammates isn't the best way to come in, and probably next time it's not gonna work. So you're gonna have to be careful about like how you do what you do. And if next time I see Rams by themselves just like that, and you're by yourself, they probably won't live. Because that's not really how this thing works. It's kind of important that you work with your teammates and you communicate. I think Salman's point that, hey, we were there. That could
I saw Sharky had on the map, he had like 6 or 7 trebs. I think the most beautiful ending would have been Logan Rams coming in, tearing down stuff, and Sharky trebs planted, and possibly Salman.
I had
just
Halbs
kind
just
of
for the trebs.
Yeah. That, to me, that would have been a 10 out of 10. I would say this was a 8 out of 10, but freaking finally, it was just amazing. I was just so happy for you guys more than anything else. As upset as I was with my side, I was equally happy to see, especially like Logan just internalizing things from last week and really taking it to heart and saying that, okay, and then even what Horam just said, that doesn't sound anything intimidating to me. All that sounds to me is like you need to probe, see where the most resistance comes from, and then probe to see where the resistance isn't coming from, right? And I think that where the resistance isn't coming from, I think Salman's been, on more than a few occasions, Salman has been the one who's pointed out that I guarantee you that if you send this one unit to where Horam is, he'll pull back, right? And I've literally seen that happen without, yeah, I literally saw that happen a few times. So Salman freaking understands this, right? That's why it's so important, guys, that you listen to Salman when he kind of like, says, hey, this is probably going to be a good strategy. I'm so happy to not hear Salman saying, I told my boys, I locked down the top, I locked down the bot, and nothing. Because that's what his feedback was last time, right? Nobody gave a shit. Actually, that was my problem this time. Couldn't get any response out of show, right? Not to belabor a point, but I think it's so amazing when you have teammates who are actually answering. It's really a wonderful thing. So anyway, to me, it's not even like, show having a bad day. Screw it. Everybody has a bad game. Screw that. To me, it would have been be able to talk, acknowledge. There were so many times I kept saying, do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? I would hit X. I would hit X. Nobody's saying shit. I'm like, and then obviously then I'm starting to get louder. And I'm like, do you guys see this, right? And it's kind of like, then that perturbs people too. It's like, yeah, I saw. And I'm like, well, shit, say something, right? And it's kind of like, now I'm doing some crucial scouting, and I still suck at my scouting, calling out. Salman does an amazing job of it. I don't. I'm trying to get better at it. Salman does an amazing job of, like, for example, saying, I see trebs, I see this, identifying the units, and I saw I saw too many things, and I'm like, screw this. I'm not gonna like call shit out. I need people to see my screen. If you guys know what I mean. I'm like, there's too much shit here. I need you to see this shit. So there were a number of times I did that, right? Obviously there was that one time, where I was like, try to make a hit on you guys' market, So it's kind of like, I was trying to make a lot of like progressive, like, or aggressive scouting runs, but like I said, it really didn't amount to much because honestly, I got nada. I got nothing out of it. But what's really awesome to hear this time around is what I'm not getting to hear, which is Salman bitch about people not paying attention to what he's saying. And what was amazing is, Logan saying that Sharky was so responsive, and to me, that's a beautiful game, right? When people like clicking and gelling and talking, I think that's more cooler than actually winning. Or actually even like, because even if you're making mistakes, there's enough for like somebody to, swoop in and say, you need to do this so that you don't get screwed. Now I need you to do this. And it was great to hear Logan saying, I told Sharky to do this. I looked at his screen and he was trying to do these things. These are amazing things for me to hear, right? So I think that Sharky's really improved. I think tonight Sharky did such an amazing job. I would say that, Show was probably the weakest player tonight, right? And I think that's never really happened before, right? It's kind of like Sharky's always the given. It's the given's the weakest player. I think tonight, Shoaib was the given weakest player, and it's kind of weird because one is not used to hearing about Sharky ever being above the bottom rung, and I think that he's improved his game so much that especially in a team environment. That it's just fantastic. I feel really great about him. I agree with Salman and Logan. Even as an opponent, I think he did a really solid job. So overall, tonight, I'm super happy for the Salman side. It was really, really great.
Me too. Anyway, guys, pretty late, so I'll catch you guys on next time. But well played.
Hey, man.
Take care.
Yep, GG's. Good night.